Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the Promised Neverland podcast, where we talk about the Promised Neverland and anything else that comes to mind because we have absolutely no idea what we're doing, just like all great podcasts. I am joined tonight by the amazingly talented and not a lolicon Sea Tactics.
I'm not a lolicon, this is correct. I'm glad you got that right. Why do people keep saying that? I don't understand. Why do people keep bringing that up? It's not true. They try to kill me! They try to kill me!
So, speaking of trying to kill people, that episode of Promised Neverland, that was crazier than all the other episodes, and all the other episodes were crazy too.
Promised Neverland, episode 10, 130146. Norman dies, and Isabella asks Emma to become a mother. And as Ray's date approaches, Emma gives up.
Or does she? Or did he? Or was she? I forget what else he said, so I don't know how to question those.
Is Emma a girl after all? That is the real question.
I know I've called Emma a guy at least once through these videos.
I originally thought she was a guy until I saw the skirt, and I was like, well, okay.
Well, yeah, I thought it was like weird. It was like, why is a guy wearing a skirt? Oh, okay. This is actually a female main character.
Yes. And she has an antenna.
Yeah, she does, and her hair does things because the anime is actually using the character's weird hair, so that's good.
Well, I mean, so at the beginning of this episode, they go over they have a notebook and they're writing out. Kagami says Emma is a girl. Yes, Kagami has confirmed. Kagami is official source.
Oh, yes, Kagami. I didn't have the chat up, so I didn't see it. So, hi, Kagami.
Kagami is the man that made the Promised Neverland. His actual name is the Promised Neverland. People don't know that, but that's his name.
I know Kagami is making a web manga, but I don't think it's the Promised Neverland.
No, Kagami's name is the Promised Neverland.
Oh, that's why he's never told me his real name. Now it all makes sense.
Yes. Well, anyways, so it's revealed at the very beginning of this, they have a notebook and they're drawing a bunch of stuff, and there are basically there's just a cliff surrounding everywhere, and they're in this hexagonal castle thing. It's super crazy.
Yeah, so within a hexagon, and I wasn't quite sure how to follow what they were showing with that, but I'm wondering if within the other parts of the hexagon there are other farms.
Huh.
That's what I was thinking, though. Yeah, I didn't quite follow that part. But one of the most interesting things about this episode, at least I thought so going into it, was the title indicating that there would be a 2-month time skip. Yeah, because the episode title is the date, and I noticed when I was watching it, the month was the time in that title was 2 months later, which was a surprise. Did I break Sea Tactics?
I'm trying to look for the. I'm trying to look. I can't find it. I have all this.
Did you see what the title was?
Well, yeah. Well. Okay,
I
thought you were saying from the last episode there was a wait.
Hold on, let me log into Verve.
Wait. What? Oh, now I'm really confused.
Oh, that's good.
What?
Come on, where's Promised Neverland?
Wait.
Verve should know that it's my favorite anime ever, so it should recommend it to me.
Episode 9 is 031145. Episode 10 is 130146.
Yes, and the last 2 digits are the year, showing that there's basically 2 months between the titles of the 2 episodes.
Oh, I'm reading it wrong. I was like, is there a year time skip? I'm so confused.
No, it's 2 months, though. Which, because at the start of the episode, it took place right after the last one, so I was confused. I was expecting a time skip at the beginning. It's no, they're here. But then that was foreshadowing that there would be a time skip partway through the episode of the 2 months.
And there was a time skip.
Exactly.
Yes, they skip they skip what they skip. And But before we talk about the skip, they skip the steps. Phil.
Oh, I thought Norma would be first. But yes, Phil is Phil.
Yes. Phil, they're talking about their plan, and Phil opens the door and he's like, "Naman!" And I'm like, God damn it, Phil. Stop being the coolest fucking character in this anime. You're too cool. You're gonna kill me with your coolness if you're not careful.
I have a comment about Phil, but that's for later on. I think they're doing something with Phil.
Hell yeah, Big Daddy Phil later on in the episode has another peak, just absolute peak performance of a scene, and it's beautiful. But we'll have to discuss that later in the podcast, so stick around to hear more about Big Daddy Phil, aka Big Bout Phil.
Satsuki is saying hello to us.
Hey, Hey, can we ban Satsuki? He said lolicon.
But his name is Satsuki. He's the best person.
We
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of wind and storms yesterday for me.
We should be back to normal, hopefully. Anyways, yeah, Big Bout Phil.
Like, just the time with Norma, and like how Norma was revealing that he was always planning to come back. Like, he had lied to them and all that.
Oh, I didn't. I was probably writing notes during that part. I didn't.
I wrote lots. Like, I was watching this on my phone and writing notes on my laptop. I even put in a super secret Discord server that no one knows about other than me.
So you're the only one in it?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'll invite you later, don't worry.
Wait, but you're the only one in it.
I can fix that.
But it isn't super secret if somebody knows about it.
Or is it? But does the stream know about it? That's the real question.
They do now, since we're streaming.
Video output is low, so we can't really be too sure.
Well, it isn't low anymore.
It is for me. Anyway, so what did you think of like Norma always planning to come back, or did you notice that?
I was writing notes during this part, so I didn't notice that actually. That it is interesting that he was always planning to come back. I don't know what his goal was what his goal is. I don't think Norman's dead, to be honest. Not yet.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I was going to get to that later. But what I think is interesting, you remember how last episode they had that time where they're just like showing Norma struggling so much to get at the water and then like somehow getting more resolve and then coming back? I think that was when he decided this was what his plan was going to be. He's going to go out scout and then he was going to come back and with the information, and that was like be his final sacrifice for everyone.
Mm-hmm. That definitely seems like what he did. Hashtag rip Norman, even though I don't believe he's actually dead yet.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he dies by the end of the season, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets eaten.
Yeah, I think if he dies, it'll be as a sacrifice to help the others escape.
Mm-hmm. We also, so after that, we get a flashback to a time when things were much simpler for them. Norman's like sick, and Emma pops in to cheer him up. And this is like where we get like our first like this is like where their friendship really starts to bloom, is at this moment. When Emma's like, I don't care if you're sick, and
that's Emma. Like, she cares about people. She doesn't care what the cost is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she goes, I can't get sick anyways. And Norman's like, what? And then Ray comes in and he's like, yeah, idiots can't get sick. And I'm like, damn.
Oh, and what I thought with that, like they were like foreshadowing Emma was immune to something there.
Yeah, I thought that was.
But it turns out, oh no, that's just a dumb comment. Like, that's what makes the show so great. It like has all of these things going on. You think everything is a piece of useful information, so you can just turn around and make a joke like that, and it works.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Even in my notes, I have like written, Emma doesn't get sick? ? And the next line, oh, because idiots don't get sick.
And then then we also see some of the I think. Listen, if you're a fan of the ReZero podcast, which chances are you're not, if you're watching this,
I am. It's the greatest ReZero podcast ever.
Me and Garfield have this thing called Moe Elsa, and it's a character. Elsa is a character very similar to Isabella, and she gets super moe some in fan art, but Isabella kind of gets moe in this episode. A little bit, just a hint of moe.
Well, and I did have a note about Isabella's face when Norma came down, but I actually forget what that's referring to.
Probably because she's so moe.
I would not call Isabella moe.
I definitely would. You know what? I think she's been moe this whole time, just no one's noticed it.
You have a weird definition of moe.
Well, I mean, it fits because, Elsa is moe and she's murderous, and Isabella threatened to kill Emma and she's moe. So
yeah, that was another kind of surprising part of the episode. And apparently Satsuki's the biggest fan of the ReZero podcast, so
he's lying.
Yeah, I know, because I'm the biggest fan of the ReZero podcast, even though
I'm the biggest fan.
But you're part of the podcast. You can't be a fan of it.
Yeah, I can.
What will Garfield think?
Garfield will probably say he's the biggest fan of the
Exactly.
ReZero
Garfield
podcast.
is the biggest fan of the ReZero podcast.
This is ridiculous.
What are we talking about again?
We're talking about Moe Elsa and how awesome Isabella is and how she should totally be my girlfriend.
Well, there was something interesting about this episode, though, during the flashback. And that's, I think they said that Emma and Norma were 5 when that happened. And Isabella was the mother then, meaning she's been a mother here for at least 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's something further back that indicated Isabella's age. So I'm wondering if that gives a sort of time frame between how long a person goes through whatever training before they become mothers.
Well, we also So skipping a little bit, where after Norman goes off to be eaten or whatever,
right?
Eaten in air quotes. Emma does come back. Well, not what the fuck am I saying? Isabella asks Emma if she wants to become a mother, and there's a little if you're not paying enough attention, you will not notice this stuff. But there is some stuff here. In her asking Emma, she asks Emma to become a mother. She's got the qualifications to do it. But she also mentions that I guess one of the qualifications of becoming a mother is having a child.
Oh yeah, that.
So
these kids have to come from somewhere. So who are their biological parents?
Who are their parents? And who is Isabella's kid?
That gives me another idea, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, okay.
Yep, that's all I got.
Oh, yeah, especially if that would be weird. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead a bit, but do you want to know my crazy idea?
Yes.
So my crazy idea is when they took Norma, when he was going to go into the tunnel and they had him go to a different room, it's because they're keeping him alive, which you can kind of guess that. But do you know the reason they're keeping him alive?
Because they're going to turn Norman into a girl.
No, they're going to make him be a father of the next generation of children. Because he was remember, he is one of the best. He was kept alive for the 12 years. He's one of the smartest. So if they're trying to raise more good children like this to be food, they need a father, and they would want the father to have the best genes. So that's what they're doing. So he'll be a father to a whole bunch of kids.
Oh, damn. Norman's just... what else would Norman do besides become a father to so many children?
Yeah, and remember, Isabella said that she was happy that she had a child like Norma. And so it could be that she's getting rewarded for raising a kid like that could become a father.
That's true. Norman does also ask her if she's happy.
Exactly. And so, and she didn't answer yes because I like being a mother. It's yes because I met you.
So what you're saying is Norman and Isabella, that's the real romance.
I think that's illegal. But then again, so are a lot of things in the show.
You're right, exactly. Oh my god. Oh, Satsuki, goddammit, Norman. Can we say that? Can we say that?
I don't know. It's my channel, so you can say it. I'm already demonetized.
I don't wanna. I don't want to do that.
Well, it's on chat. People can read it.
It's too... Damn it, why did you give Satsuki mod powers again? You should have banned him.
Because it seemed like a good idea at the time. I gave mod powers to Kagami too, so it balances out.
What if he does something terrible?
It's Kagami. I have complete trust and faith in Kagami.
What if they delete your channel?
I don't think they can.
What if you somehow let them delete your channel?
I would laugh and then cry. Because then I couldn't do more of Promised Neverland podcast with C.
Well, you could. You just have to make another channel.
Oh, or could I?
Nice pregnant pause right there.
Yes.
We need one of those in a podcast.
Of course. So I guess going back to before I had crazy theories about Norma being a factory for things.
Let's not talk about it.
So what were you thinking as Mother...
Oh, God damn it, Satsuki, why?
So what were you thinking as Mother took Norma away? Like, were you expecting something more to have happened there?
I thought they were gonna they're gonna be like, hey, Isabella, turn around and look at this, and then Norman's got an AK-47.
Yeah, and because I kept feeling like something was going to happen in a weird way. It's like when Norma went away at the end of the last episode, and it just felt weird that nothing was stopping him. In the same way, when he was being taken away here, it just felt like storytelling would dictate something shocking would happen. Like Emma trying to give him time to escape, and then him just saying, no, I don't want to do that. But then, of course, like he's put in the room, and you did not see him killed, which means he's definitely alive because of this show.
Yeah. Well. Also, actually, just to play devil's advocate here, I guess, that also probably couldn't happen because Isabella's like, hey, come into this room, kid. I got something for you. It's called drugs. Well, she doesn't say that part. I added that on. But she says to wait in this room, and which makes me think that all of the kids go in that room.
But we saw Connie killed, unless that's where they kill them.
Maybe that's where they do it.
Yeah, because maybe the twist is that there is no twist and Norma is dead and he was killed in that room and then taken away on the truck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That...
Well, the only death we've seen is Sister Crone.
Right, yeah, because Connie was killed off screen and then we saw the body.
Mm-hmm. We haven't even seen Norman's death, which makes me think Norman is a Terminator. And they're like, fuck, we can't kill him, he's a machine. And then Norman's like, and then pulls out an AK-47 and kills everybody.
That gives me another crazy theory idea.
Big Daddy Phil?
Yes, Phil. He is actually a spy for the demons, not for Mother, and then he's going to pull out an AK-47 and kill everyone. Only half of that is my actual theory.
Wait, what's the half that is your actual theory?
The part before the AK-47.
Oh. So you've combined your theory with an aspect of my theory to create the best theory possible.
Exactly, because this is anime theory.
I agree with you. I think I'm going to have to agree.
Yes. And something else I noticed about Phil is when Norman was saying his goodbyes, he asked Phil to help Emma in his place. That has to mean something.
Phil is the best character. I think he knows it.
Yes, he knows, the author knows, Kagami knows, therefore it's true.
Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, Satsuki the Savage knows.
And if not, he's wrong.
Right, exactly. Because, that's the way it is. Can we just talk more about Phil?
Of course, we can always talk about Phil.
Phil has definitely got to play a role, though.
Oh, of course. A show would not be giving that much focus just randomly to a minor character without him doing something.
Satsuki says, I vote Isabella for Best Mom of 2017.
I think he's wrong in at least 5 different ways.
No, I think he's right.
No.
Definitely think he's right.
Wait, what year did the manga come out? Kagami, what year did the manga come out? You know these things.
I think like 2015?
No, it was newer than that. I think it might have been 2017.
Doesn't matter. Isabella is the best.
I mean, that is a statement.
It is. It is the correct statement. Right, Satsuki?
I don't know if Satsuki can ever agree with you.
He can. We align on only 3 topics. But those things we do align on is what bonds us.
What are those 3 topics?
I will keep one of them a secret.
Okay.
And I will not tell you the rest.
Okay, Satsuki, can you PM those to me later, please? I love Satsuki. Satsuki's great. Both the person and the anime character.
Exactly.
Okay, 2016. Thank you.
So, we skip a couple months, and apparently Satsuki the Savage loves Amelia. Are we sure that's Satsuki and not Garfield?
I mean, you do podcasts with both of them. They're kind of the same person.
God damn it. Let's see. What would be a thing only a British person would know? Satsuki, who is the best member of Oasis? And if he, depending on his answer, we will know it's Garfield.
Okay, when is the Queen's birthday?
I don't even know that.
Exactly, but you're not British.
Oh God. So we skip a couple months, and Ray's it's Ray's birthday. The next day, he's gonna be shipped out.
Yep. And yeah, I thought that scene was interesting because like the colors are really muted. There's a feeling of like giving up hope and all that.
There is. It feels like almost complacency.
Yeah, it's like they know they can't do anything now.
Right.
And
May
I liked
23rd, 1997. Wait, is that Satsuki's birthday?
No, that's the Queen's.
She was not born in 97.
Maybe it is Satsuki's birthday. Maybe Satsuki is the Queen.
If it is, I was born. My birthday's on May the 20th.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yep, today's May the 20th.
We should do a podcast on your birthday.
Would that be a good idea? I'm trying to think. Oh my
I don't
God.
know. What day of the week is that?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a Monday.
Oh, hey, it's Monday. That's interesting.
Wait,
no, Monday doesn't suck.
Yay, Mondays!
So yeah, and Emma's like, what you buying? What you buying, Ray? Ray, what you buying? And Ray's like, shh.
Well,
it's
yeah,
quiet
like
in here.
Ray asks her, like, have you given up or are you going to do something? And then like focus in on Emma's eyes and they look kind of twisted.
Twisted. But that's what they want you to think. They want you to think it's as twisted as something like a Twisted Sister. But it's not. Because what those eyes actually mean is, no, I haven't, Ray. I just thought of a plan.
No, it means Emma's on drugs.
Oh my God. Emma has fallen to weed.
Exactly. Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school. Or the opposite. I forget which one I tell people to do.
Stay in drugs, don't do school, you mean?
I might have said that before.
We
are not here for my thoughts on the higher education system today.
Not yet.
I don't know. We'll do a podcast on that next week. Ooh, apparently Emma's face in the manga looks much more sinister, which that really interests me. Because like so far, Emma has been a very good character wanting to save everyone. But I think in a way she's been broken by all this. She can't just save everyone by being the person that she is. So she's going to turn more evil, sort of.
I think she'll have more of an edge to her, but I don't think she's given up hope in the least.
Oh, no. This was saying, like, she hasn't not just given up hope. She has a plan and will do stuff, and it'll be awesome. and even Phil will be impressed.
See, what you don't know about Emma is that she has a blackjack, and she's gonna fucking kill Isabella with that blackjack.
Well, remember, Ray has some sort of trump card, too, he hasn't played yet, or shown us what it is.
Exactly. And that means he also has a blackjack, and they're going to beat the fudge out of Isabella.
Mm-hmm. And they've had like 2 months to plan, and Emma is also really smart, so I don't think she was just spending all that time laying in bed.
Yeah, and she can't get sick, so that's good.
Yeah, so she might be an idiot, but she's also smart. I feel like that fits other characters better than her, but I'm going to go with it.
So what they're going to do is they're going to make another string cup, right? And they're going to be like, let's play a game, Isabella. It's called Let's Call Your Death. And then Isabella and Emma's like, here, take this. And they're like, Emma's like, ring, ring, ring. And Isabella's like, oh, who could it be? And then they puts it up to her ear, and Emma goes, death, and then hits her with a blackjack.
So I could just completely ignore what you said because Satsuki sent me a picture from the manga of Emma at this point, which I also sent to you. And yeah, that just, her eyes and her face, and I'm kind of scared.
Satsuki also sent me that, so.
Okay, and you sent it to Kagami then.
So does that mean I have to open link and save it and then load it into the OBS?
Yep, let's do it.
I can do that. Spare. Yep. Get some time things. Hurry.
All right. So while we talk about, C figures out how to use, I want to ask the viewers, what show do you think we should cover next season? Because we will be covering at least one show, and we have no idea what it is, and I don't know if we should announce that, but I just do it anyway. Also, the picture on... Okay, so while C was making that weird noise, there's a picture on screen which I just now saw, and it was a mother dragging the young Emma out of the room when Ray was sick, saying, like, you don't give up, do you? And, like, I feel like that's indicating that Emma is not going to give up here, too. Okay, there's a picture. It's not coming up the chat, but that's okay.
Emma is saying, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
You should edit the text box to say subscribe.
But it's like cut out.
We can do that later.
Okay.
And someone liked my tweet where I just had the link to the podcast. Okay, then. Oh, there's subscribe. Yep, Emma is telling you to subscribe with an evil look in her face, which means that you must do it, and you must get me 3,000 subs so I can beat PewDiePie.
Exactly. Satsuki says One Punch Man or Fruits Basket.
Satsuki's asking.
I did not have an orgasm, god damn it, Satsuki. It was sound effects.
So you're saying Emma made you make sound effects?
God, stop phrasing it like that.
Are you saying that's not what she did?
No, she didn't. I was doing it. It was to make it like, you know, like it's getting bigger and you make the funny sound of it. God damn it.
I didn't have to say anything that time.
Let's not talk about it, okay?
Yeah. So back to the part when Mother was with Emma after Norma was taken. There are a couple lines from Isabella that I thought were really, like, showed what she's doing. It's like, the best way not to suffer from despair is to give up. It just feels like everything Isabella is trying to do is to make the kids just give up. Like,
I don't see. Here's what I'm thinking. I think they are going to give up. I'm thinking they're going to give up in a way that makes life so much harder for Isabella. They're going to give up as in they're going to have no restraints, and it's going to be no holds barred.
Like she already threatened to kill Emma, so she's not afraid to kill people to maintain her order.
Satsuki says, or, why are you here, Sensei? I'd watch that. That's the why the hell are you here teacher anime.
Okay, that one. Isn't that the one you said you thought I'd like?
No. No.
Okay, then.
That's the one I probably said no one's going to like. But it's going to be so bad that it might as well be one of the most popular anime next season.
So it's the Domestic Girlfriend of the new season.
No. Domestic Girlfriend is a masterpiece compared to Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? Even though both of those anime have suppository scenes.
Okay.
There you go. That's how you know one is really bad, is when they both have the same scene and it's still better than the other one, like way better.
Like how Promised Neverland is better than Fate.
You know, I was going to say Fate Khalid is better than Fate Zero, but okay.
I would also agree with that statement. Kind of.
I, of course, am joking. Or am I? You don't know. You don't know me. You don't know what I got.
Yeah, you don't know what I think about Fate Khalid. It's not like I create 5 videos about it. It's not like I tweet things.
They don't think it be like it is, but it do.
Exactly. Wise words, Amelia.
Oh, Amelia's terrible.
I said Ilya, not Amelia, but okay, same thing.
Yeah, same difference. What are we talking about?
Promised Neverland, but I think I got through all my notes, so yeah, I guess overall thoughts on the episode?
I'd give it a Big Daddy Phil out of 10.
Yep, I will give it a Twin Tails out of 69.
Kaguya is better than Chica. I agree with that. I'd give this a Kaguya out of Chica.
I give this a Kagami out of Chica.
It gave me a weird visual.
Especially since when I think of a Kagami, I picture his character from his manga.
Wait, he has a manga?
Yes.
Promote it!
Oh, that's what I'm doing in like 2 weeks. I'm doing a video on his manga.
Subscribe to Kagami! Subscribe. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, wait, no, it's not. You can't see it. Oh, there we go.
And now Kagami is causing Steve to make weird noises. I can't see the screen, so I don't know what.
Emma is saying subscribe to Kagami.
Perfect. It's flashing on Emma's face.
Oh, crap. No, don't.
Are you okay?
Oh, wait. No, wait. We gotta do it on this one, too.
Oh, okay. This podcast has way more weird sound effects than I ever thought it would. Oh, hey, Rerun Ransom, good to see you. You've encountered the weird part of our podcast, which is admittedly most of it. I think, like, this episode is one of the craziest episodes of the anime, and I think this might be our craziest podcast yet. Okay. Yes, they're a mod. They're a very wise person.
My audio was all the way down. Oh my god, I don't know what happened. How did that happen? People can hear me now, but they couldn't before.
I've heard you through all... Oh, wait.
The stream couldn't hear me.
That's that.
This podcast is awesome. I love this podcast. Oh my god. Satsuki said, is C dead? Okay, I have a bone to pick with you, Satsuki. You called me lolly tactics. I ain't taking that. I ain't taking that laying down.
Yeah, so go watch the King of Anime podcast. Well, Sea Tactics and Satsuki the Savage will fight to the death over their shared honor. And everything I made will sit back and laugh, probably.
It's ridiculous. I'm calling the police.
Yeah, I actually was watching a podcast a couple weeks ago where the one person had their audio until I mentioned something in the chat.
Oh my god.
I think was that rerun? I know it was I think it was Uprising someone.
That is like one of my nightmares. Streaming like for 30 minutes and then nobody is like there's like I have viewers and nobody's telling me. Oh my god.
Okay, so going through my notes, I actually realized there's one thing that I did that might be important. And that is that during the flashback, they mentioned that Emma got sick while playing in the snow, which tells you that this farm is somewhere where snow is a common thing, or at least it happens.
So, they're going to become the White Death. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, maybe.
Do you know about that guy?
No.
So, there's this guy, I don't know, was he...
Okay, that was Rerun who had that happen to him. Okay, anyway, continue.
Well, there's this guy, his name is the White Death. He actually existed. He fought during World War I or II. And basically what he would do is he'd wear it would be in the mountains, it'd be snowing, and what he'd do is he'd like pack his mouth full of snow to hide his breath. He would pad down everywhere so that when he shot that
like there's no sound?
Well, it wouldn't kick up any snow.
Okay.
And not only that, he didn't use a scope because he hated scopes and they would fog up. So he used a modified version of the Masanagan, and he would snipe from extremely long distances with just iron sights, and he killed over 300 people.
Okay, that is impressive.
Now get this. He was finally caught, and when he was caught, he was shot in the face by an armor-piercing round. It didn't kill him. It just blew off his jaw.
Okay, Phil will be that when he grows up.
He died in 2002 at the age of 95.
You said he was in World War One?
World War One or World War II, I can't remember. And not only that, but when he retired from the war, he entered a bunch of hunting competitions. He won every single one of them.
I'm not even surprised.
Oh, that was Satsuki. Satsuki was the White Death.
I mean, Satsuki is cool, but I don't think he's that cool.
Wow, you're gonna take that? You're gonna take that, Satsuki? Better snipe him.
Now, if Kagami said that, then I believe him.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if Kagami's even here. If not, then...
This podcast was really fun.
It was stupid.
We should probably end it now, I would say.
Yes, we should. I'm out of notes and intelligent things to say. They could argue the first was even before I started.
Yeah, I've ran out of intelligent things to say a couple years ago, so I've just been winging it ever since. I actually didn't even watch this show. I don't even know what anime is. I'm really good at winging it.
Yeah, you're an anime YouTube. You don't have to know what you're talking about.
Exactly. You just gotta sound really pretentious, and there you go. People like you for some reason.
I need to add more pretentious things in my Fate Khalid video. Exactly.
I agree. So with that being said...
So, thank you everyone for watching this greatest episode of Podcast ever. Join us next week while we watch an episode that, according to Kagami, will knock our socks off, even if we're not wearing socks.
So it'll knock our flesh socks off?
That sounds weird. So yes, because this podcast is weird.
Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.